Question number 4 is, what should I be aware of when using buy now, pay later? Number 1 is do not borrow more than what you can afford to pay back. Whilst using buy now, pay later services can feel really tempting because you're able to get goods and services without paying for anything upfront, you should always make sure you're only spending what you can actually afford to pay back, because you do always have to pay back whatever you borrow. Number 2 is that debt can stack up really quickly. So if you're using multiple different buy now, pay later providers across different retailers, it can be really hard to keep a track of everything. And that can quickly become unmanageable. So what you need to do is make sure that you're keeping record of when your payments are due so that you're not missing any payments, but also of what your total amount of debt is across all of the providers so that you're aware of what the total amount is and of how much you owe back. Number 3 is that buy now, pay later products are unregulated. If you apply for any other form of credit, these financial providers and their services are regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority, the FCA, which means the lenders are required to be transparent about what you're signing up to and what the consequences are of non-payment. But currently with buy now, pay later services, this information is not very clear at the point of purchase and it can be really misleading. However, due to recent campaigning, the FCA are going to be introducing some new rules so that buy now, pay later providers have to offer more transparency around what customers are signing up to. They have to tell their customers when the 0% period is nearly over, and also to stop any providers backdating interest charges. Number 4 is that you are not covered by Section 75 of the Consumer Act. Now, Section 75 states that if you, as a consumer, buy any goods or services over the value of £100, your credit card provider must protect you for any issues, for example, faulty goods or the product not turning up. However, if there is a third-party payment provider involved, for example, using a buy now, pay later service, then these same rights do not stand and you have less protection over your purchase. And number 5 is that this is a form of credit and it can affect your credit score. As explained in a previous video, you do run the risk of your credit score being impacted negatively if you are rejected or if you miss a payment or pay late. And other lenders are able to see this information on your credit file and they might think twice about lending you any money in the future. So they're the top 5 things to be aware of when you're thinking about using buy now, pay later services.